I love to ski.
And I love to party.
And you can't ski and party.
If you don't ski and party.
Well,
Yeah.
here I've got to go back out this weekend. This is what I'm contending with. This is snow aces right now.
Oh my.
I've been watching this skid mark get bigger and bigger and bigger. They're already starting to knock down these big jumps that they had to move snow over. And I'm looking, and this is like dog patch, this is like a little bump area underneath the lift here. That's looking bad. And this is
Wow.
looking, I know that
That
Red is closed, Outrigger's closed, Bash just closed, Mary Jane closed today. I was just they have strategically they have strategic here's the webcam for Lunch Rock. They have strategically aimed it so you can't see how bad it is.
Oh
yeah.
wow. The
Well,
cottonwoods are still good here, by the way. Alta, Snowbird, Solitude are still really pretty good. I skied Alta a few days ago, and even at the very bottom, there was no slush.
Yeah. This was Lindsay sent me a photo a couple of days ago, and it was like it was just a picture of the top of this where they're not showing it here. It was all brown. It was all gone.
Ouch.
And the base, even the base is looking like they've strategically aimed the camera right at the gondola, which is fine. But yeah, this is not supposed to happen
uh,
all this
oh,
around.
that looks painful.
Yeah,
Well,
right underneath this is a little putt-putt course. And I'm going to assume that the new putt-putt course, or excuse me, the putt-putt course is going to have a new water feature.
well, you could do the skimming.
You could do the skimming. Have
Boo.
Well,
you been
according to
out?
my magic iPhone, Copper is supposed to have some snow on Wednesday.
Well, yeah, we're supposed to get snow like next weekend. I'm sorry, that's right. Around Wednesday. The first, 31st into the first.
Yeah.
But they're already calling it too much, too late, too little, too late. They're talking about 10 to 12 inches at Winter Park, but then it's going to go right back to the same thing again. It's going to get warm.
Well, according to my magic iPhone, Copper is going to stay kind of like uh highest is going to be 48, so not too bad, and
Yeah,
lowest.
the good thing about copper is it's a little bit higher elevation than most. But yeah,
But
it's
the bowls are all closed unless if they get those that foot, maybe they'll reopen the bowls.
yeah. Ugh. Well, they just changed the Winter Park. Now they're expecting got a 70% chance of rain.
Ew.
That's going to be bad. And then it's going to change the snow. So I don't know. I got to go head back out because I still have to pick up all my stuff. Right?
Hmm.
Where are you, in Kansas?
I'm in Kansas. Yeah, I've been here since last week. So it's
So get your red slippers.
all right, it's 7:06. How's everybody doing?
All right.
Excited for another wonderful season this year? Got to start talking about next year already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably where we're going to be. Let's see. I think Mike is not going to be able to make it today. Katie's here. Jerry, good to see you. Laura, have you been out? Or are you still roaming around with your son?
Oh, no, I stopped roaming. I taught 2 days last week, and I'm supposed to be in 2 days this week. But
Yeah.
I will say that on Wednesday and Thursday of last week, whatever days those were, I didn't realize it was possible to ski on a mountain in that condition.
Yeah.
I've never seen, I mean, I do the last day of Winter Park and Mary Jane most seasons, and it's never like that. It's like there's like normally you have lots of soft snow. We have no snow.
Yeah. It's down to like nothing now.
Yeah. So
Have
I
they Have
Do we
they
have a closing date? I mean, they're saying as long as possible, but I feel like as long as possible was like today.
the longest spot? The lie is that they're still gunning for the 19th of April.
That's ridiculous.
I don't know how it's going to happen unless this is the greatest snowstorm ever.
Right. I mean,
Um,
yeah.
it's going to be. I don't know how that's going to work.
I
So
I feel like realistically it's got to be this coming weekend and just call it good. I mean, so many
yeah,
mountains all over the state have already are calling that.
like I said, I mean Beaver Creek is closed. Deer Valley's
Mhm.
closing. There's a ton of mountains that are closing.
Yeah.
I had a rumor that Monarch is closing. I know Granby Ranch. I don't know how they stayed open so long, but they're
Yeah.
closing today.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it's a very, very troublesome year to be closing this early.
Oh, well, I mean, I've been doing gardening all day in a tank top. I mean, I'm in Boulder. I'm in a tank top and shorts, and my garden is out as if you'd think it was Mother's Day. I mean, really.
Hey, it was 30 degrees this morning here.
But
Mm.
everybody knows that global warming is a hoax.
Yeah, it is.
It is totally a hoax.
It's
Absolutely.
We all
it's
know that.
No,
it's being pushed by big climatologists.
right.
It's the Antifa.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
So
I
that
did.
heated rhetoric. Anyway, all right, cool. So we kind of got a limited group today, which is fine. What do you guys want to do? I mean, I have a skier. I got several skiers, and what do we want to get accomplished? I know um, Leonard has an exam on Wednesday. We just spent an hour going over some progressions with him. Does anybody else have any special needs that we need to combat?
I don't have any special needs. Well, I'm sure I do have special needs, um, but, I'm here because I'm hoping to sort of start off next season getting ready for my CS2. So
Good.
I'm just hoping to, do this just to keep up my AMA skills and, I'm turning to that. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
good. So with that in mind, I will be saying that probably about mid-April, probably right after the National Academy,
Yeah.
fingers crossed,
No kidding.
um, that some folks will come back with some responses from National Academy. And then from there, we're probably going to break until the beginning of June, like we
Yep.
have in the past.
Just like we did last year. I'm
I've
so
already,
glad I didn't sign up for National Academy. Oh my
I
God.
was
Yeah,
this close, and
yep.
I'm kind of glad I didn't. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I dropped out of the World Women's Summit to go to the Academy.
oh, you did? No,
I
that's too bad.
did. Well, on the other hand, travel abroad is kind of dicey nowadays.
Yeah, that's true.
They may never let me back into this country.
So, yeah. All right. So Leonard is like my special needs person right now. I know Katie had said was dying to go ahead and MA the person I sent last week before I so elegantly hijacked it to go through one of our own.
I don't think I said I was dying to do it.
Well, that's what I heard. So that's what you're going to do. No, I think it's a very interesting, hey David, how you doing? It's a very interesting skier, and I think it's worth us looking at. Be honest with
I
you.
wasn't able to access. I've tried to follow the link, but it didn't open for me.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, it
Well,
didn't open
luckily,
for me either.
either.
I had to copy it to the browser to get it to open. It worked then.
huh? Okay. So it's Paige almost dies, right?
Is
So
the title.
hopefully that's the one we're all looking at. And so here is Paige, and she almost dies. This is going to be RMT level skiing. And that's her screaming. And what are some things that people see?
It's pretty nice skiing.
It's pretty good skiing, isn't it? These are going to be long radius turns.
Is there a physical reason that she is so bent over?
Yes, look.
I was thinking exactly the
Yes,
same. I
me
thought that
too.
her hips and knee joints are very, very bent. It looks like her hips are aft.
Maybe she's trying to absorb the moguls there.
That would be my thought too. And I did see going air one time, and the skis didn't appear to be uneven coming off the snow.
Yeah, but she is bent more at the knees than the ankles, with
Yeah.
Yep.
her in the back seat.
I'm seeing as she turns, her inside ski is at a different angle from her outside ski, and they're spreading apart as she makes that turn.
Cool.
Yeah, but there'd be no way to have your shins as far forward as her back is. I don't think our shins could do that in a ski boot.
Yeah. So we're taking in consideration the equipment, right? Limitations of the equipment.
Yeah.
So let's kind of go through our checklist. Anybody know what the checklist is?
You posted it.
Oh, I did?
I thought it was in the email.
Yes.
What is the checklist?
When, where, how.
Well, I mean, that's the when, where, how. Yeah. So the checklist
You
for
mean
me
like
is the common threads.
shape of the turns? Is that what you're starting with? Do you mean the little pictures on the bottom of the email?
No, that's from Okemo.
Right.
And those are guides that you can use to kind of define what we're looking at, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking at, I look at a skier like this, I'm looking at it through the common length threads.
That's your checklist, the common
That
threads.
would be the first checklist, right?
Are the skis staying on the snow at all times?
Yeah, I mean, granted, this is a medium radius, longer radius turn, but yeah, I mean, are both skis staying on the snow appropriately, right?
Yeah. Is
Are
this
the
really a mogul run? Because maybe it's the way it's projecting. It doesn't
Which
look like
one?
moguls. It just looks a little bit ungroomed, but
It looks like it's broken snow, right? I mean,
yeah.
she's moving. It's like powdery conditions and broken snow. So she's trying to manage how the ski is gripping throughout the turn, right? And sometimes she gets caught, like one time where the ski kind of comes back at her a little unexpectedly.
Gumby,
Yeah,
Her
for
ankles
common,
are,
go ahead, Jerian.
her ankles are moving in unison, right?
right. For the
Matching
most
forward
part.
ankles
Yeah,
for the most part.
yeah. Appropriately. Yeah.
But I'm not seeing that she's maintaining a countered relationship between the turns.
Oh, yeah, she is.
Yeah,
Don't think
I
so?
think
Right there,
I
she
think
is.
she is because it's a really long radius turn. She can't be in like weird. And I think she's isn't one of the threads about steering the tips of the skis to start the turn.
So
I think
both
she's
skis need to be steered, or what was
Or
it?
the skis are simultaneously guided.
Guided or steered. Yes, thank
Yeah.
you. Skis are simultaneously guided or steered into the new turn. Um, Flexion extension movements move the center of mass laterally.
Yeah.
Is that happening?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
From one turn to the next, yes.
From one turn to the next. Cool.
Yeah.
Maintaining a countered relationship through the turns. I would
By
say
and
that
large, yes.
yeah, by and large, she's doing a pretty good job. She's probably a little bit overdoing it a little bit at the beginning of the turn, but I think for the most part, I don't have a lot of complaints there. upper body stability promotes lower body mobility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, so I question, it's like she's doing everything right, but why does it look like she's like sitting back?
Well,
I don't think she's sitting back. I think she has what do you call it? Closed knees and closed hips that gives us the illusion that she's sitting back. But I think she's aligned because look where her ski is bending.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why I'm wondering if it's just like the angle or something that makes it look like she's sitting back, because it looks like her hips are way, way back.
they do look like they're way, way back, right?
But she's bending the ski in the middle.
She is bending the ski in the middle.
So
I
that's why
don't
I
think
asked the question, is there
I mean,
some
she's
reason
well, I
that
mean, she's compensating by having a overflexed knees, by having a flexed waist, which is keeping her over the top of the skis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that comes at some costs.
Well, the first negative thing, and again, she's a really good skier, so I feel like so weird, but
I mean, we're talking about little things, right?
right. But again, compared to Jonathan Ballou, her up movement is more sudden than smooth, I think. So when I'm trying to see it not from this angle, but that was the first thing I noticed is like right up. Here it is. Up.
Right.
That's a pretty non-progressive move. She's pretty settled, and then there's a strong, to me, a strong where she unflexes, right?
Yeah.
That's right where she switches edges, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. She's got to make room to get
So she's
switch
got
edges, but we have different ways we can switch edges.
right.
It's
So
not
she's got
always
an up and too much of an up and over move, but I would say it's too sudden.
cool.
Of the problem I had last week of not being able to see, and I thought she was aft towards the bottom of this, and I'm staring there from the front to the side. Her, I don't know, her nose is up in front of her feet towards the bottom. I'm seeing that angle.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, it's showing she's up front.
She's
kind,
up front.
kind of there.
Yeah, yeah. She's up front. So I like where you're going, Laura. A lot, actually. Because that's kind of pointing
I'm back.
to a piece.
I'm doing dishes and making dinner at the same time. I'm doing it.
So you mentioned something about an up and over move.
Right.
There's an extension that's happening. Why does she have to extend?
Right. So I want to be careful with saying
Is there something
up and
in
over?
the way? What are we looking at here?
So I want to be careful with saying up and over because I'm never exactly sure what that means. So I would be sure is she has a sudden extension at edge change. And I wonder if she just has to do that because she's just too low to really do anything. I don't know if that's right. But she's so flexed at times.
Well, could it be because she's so flexed that the waist, like her knees are so flexed that she's back, that she then has to move up and forward to get back into the front of the skis?
I still think that there's, even with that chop kind of crust powder, I still think that there are moguls there that you may not visualize as much, but as I'm looking at the terrain, it looks like there are moguls throughout that terrain.
There are some small little moguls there, yeah. That's why I was calling it broken snow, right? Or ungroomed terrain.
So I think she might be anticipating with that snow because she's hitting some of these, you can see it.
Yep.
Is there a possibility that she is doing a whiskers drill because she is not pole planting? And trying to keep her pole
And she pole plants occasionally, just not very often, right?
But I'm wondering if she's doing whiskers, that could be contributing to why she is so compressed.
Well, I don't think she's doing a whiskers drill. I think she's You know,
Yeah, I don't-
She's dragging the inside pole for stability because the terrain is knocking her off balance. So
Yeah,
that's what she's
exactly.
doing.
Yeah.
yeah, she's got like a fur feeler out there to kind of help her with the
Yes.
feeling of it, right? I'm not really as concerned about that. She's a pretty good skier. She seems to be well balanced. I think there are some things that could make her better. One of the things that I don't want to give away the farm here, but that I really like where Laura was going with this kind of up and over. I mean, she has an extension movement, and
because
what
she's
is
over
happening?
rotating. That's what I see.
There we
Sorry.
go.
So she's
Over
over
rotating
rotating.
how?
So I think she's more on the inside ski when she comes around in the finish
Yeah.
of the turn.
I think she's
And
doing that on purpose, but I mean, it's kind of like the
but because she's over rotated, it's like her body's following her skis around a little bit because she's so flexed at the hip.
yeah.
So she has to create a movement to, and because everyone's picking up on the flexed hip, that
Yeah.
her body's not able to go into the next turn.
Mm-hmm.
She's not bringing her hips forward, so it's almost like she's not
Mm-hmm.
shifting the weight down to the next turn.
Mm-hmm.
She's got to go up and over.
Mm-hmm.
Up and
So
over. Yeah, but why does
what do
she
you
have to
mean
go up
by
and over?
because she's blocked rotation. When you flex at your hips like that, you're limiting your rotation in your joints.
Okay, cool. What else?
wait, what do you mean by over rotated? Like
I
Well,
think
what she's saying is that when she gets to back it up here, okay, so she gets from here's her old position, right?
you have to go
Which way is her body pointed?
Across the hill.
across the hill.
More down the hill or more downhill than her skis?
not
No,
much.
Not
She
really.
gets to
Or
this
lateral.
position here, right? And then where is her body pointed now? Inside the turn or outside the turn?
inside.
It's like almost a hip dump.
It's almost a hip dump. Her body is pointed to the outside of the turn.
So she's that's why I picked
Yeah,
up
she's
the
I would
she's
say that's
following her
not
hips
necessarily
around.
that she's over rotated, but she is definitely she's rotating on the top of every turn in order to get from one side to the other. So this is a very sophisticated hip dump. See how her hips are dropping in?
Yeah, she's starting to form a little A-frame there, a tiny one.
She is starting to form a little airframe. She's just a really, really good skier on snow that's probably not promoting great technique, and she's a little bit nervous. But frankly, her skis are pointed a little bit more down and across the new direction, but her body's pointed to the left or the right. I'm sorry, to our right. That's pretty
I'm not
consistently.
saying that. I'm saying that her body is more to the inside than the
Her
outside.
body moves to the inside, but it's pointed to the outside.
But
And
now,
here it is again.
earlier, somebody said they did not think she was maintaining counter through transition.
Well,
And
it's
then,
her kind of counter.
but now it sounds like that is what you're saying is a problem, that she's really not maintaining good counter.
So she's not really. She's maintaining her counter. And her counter switches as she moves over. And this little bobble that happens here, right? Where all of a sudden the outside ski gets away from her,
Mm-hmm.
right? So she's here, she's here, and all of a sudden, no, good Lord, here goes the ski,
Oh, yeah.
right? So let's look at it from the top, from a fact that she's probably more in a locked position as she hip dumps. So she
Mhm.
rotates out, drops her hip in, which traps her.
It looked like
Just
she
not as obvious as we are used to seeing.
Mhm.
it looks to me like she would benefit in rounding the turns out from start to finish a little more. There seems to be an area in there where she's going across the hill rather than finishing the rounded turn out.
She has to have time, right? Because she's got to move from one side to the other.
Right, but I
So
I think
it's not
there's
what we like to call continuous leg rotation.
Yeah. Also, the more I look at it, the more I see that her skis are not continuously parallel. They're not the same distance throughout the turn.
Yeah, I would always be careful of that because through the transition, I mean, they're pretty much underneath her hips the whole way. The problem is that
But they're not maintaining the same distance.
yeah, but they change this way, not this way. Right. As she inclines over, the legs are going to get further apart, the feet are going to get further apart, which is going to give the illusion that the legs are separating. She does it more on one side than the other. It's like that turn there, the legs are wider apart. She seems to be more narrow on the other side. It's pretty good skiing. So
Yeah, we're nitpicking, but
we're starting to nitpick now. So
Gumby, I guess I'm still just confused. Sorry, I had a puppy thing a second ago, so I missed some of what you were saying.
that's fine.
Over rotating. I
It's
just,
not that she's over rotating, it's how she's rotating.
well, to me, it looks like she's chasing the skis around.
She is
Like,
chasing the skis. I
so
agree.
when she gets to the end of the turn, her hips are still pointing, her upper body is still that's why I said it wasn't a counter
So
position.
let's look at it from a fundamental, okay? What would be what's the fundamental that's commonly associated to upper lower body separation?
Rotation.
Rotation. Do you see leg rotation?
She's using the design of the ski.
I'm sorry?
She's using the design of the ski, not really rotating her legs.
So it's a park and ride.
Yeah.
Well, right. That's what I was trying to say why she has to have such a quick extension is because she gets really stuck.
Because she gets stuck.
And so then, I mean, she just stays in one place and then she has to have a quick movement to do something else.
Real quick movement because she's got to get out of a stuck stance and get into the next stuck stance.
Yeah, I'm just not seeing active steering.
There is no active steering.
So that's what's bothering me about the whole thing. That's why I kept saying she was on the inside ski.
Yeah.
So she kind of like banks in and then kind of dumps the hip, but because she's got good speed control and she's a good skier, but that she can cover that up. But the skis do diverge a bit when she comes down around to show that she is, from the shaping to the finish, that you can see she's got a little bit more weight on the inside ski. And
it
then
seems to be happening on one side more than the other, right? So
yeah,
her
it's
right
happening on this
hand
side.
turns are actually pretty disciplined. The skis remain relatively parallel, right? And then her left hand turns are the ones where all of a sudden the stance opens up a little bit. The inside ski starts to take off on her more readily than the other direction.
Yeah.
Because remember, we're in broken snow, so her tendency to want to kind of have some pressure on the inside ski is probably going to be overriding her desire to push pressure all of the weight on her outside ski. Because she's afraid, like right here, where we lose it, right? And she doesn't want to lose both skis. If she was standing on the outside ski, she would probably lose a little bit.
It kind of reminds me of last week's conversation about the toppling.
Yeah.
What it's reminding me of is that she's not really there's something about the ability to get her weight across the new outside ski. Her hip stays back, and that's what's bothering me the most about this. So
I think that's kind of intentional for the way that she's skiing. She needs to get the hip back. and she rotates to the inside so she can pressure the outside ski and lock out the outside ski.
Right, but how do you correct that?
Ah, very cool.
Because
How
that's
do we
what that
correct that?
I
That's a very good idea. How do we make this person not dump their hip,
Mhm.
right?
besides outside ski turns.
Outside ski turns are not necessarily going to make it better,
We
right?
just tell her not to
Remember,
do.
this is probably an RMT level candidate, right? I mean, this is RMT level skiing, taking him back to, hey, let's go do some green level outside ski turns is probably going to be like, she's going to stare at you like, are you kidding me? But we
Well,
have variations.
well, I had went last week, again, I done a lot of, I looked at this a bit, and you guys mentioned it last week in the skiing recommendations
Uh-huh.
for last week's skiers, but with this one, my original idea was to do a reverse javelin on that.
There you go. Why would you do a reverse javelin?
What?
Why would you do a reverse javelin? You got to defend it now.
Well, I
And you
would
got to
break
talk
it.
to me about ski and body.
Can you define a reverse javelin before you start defending it?
Yes.
Well, I don't have my notes in front of me on that, but basically, if you're thinking about so I would break it down because it's instead of doing a javelin where your inside ski is crossed over your outside ski, you're basically, let's see if I get this right. I'm standing up and trying to do it. You're basically think about yourself traversing across on your inside ski, and your outside ski is kind of pointing down the hill. Does that make sense? Am I saying that right, Gumby?
Yep.
So
I
basically,
am here trying to get open. Why can't I get open the Matrix videos?
so what you're trying to do is what I think this is why it would help her is it would get her center of mass, especially her hips, having to stay a little bit more inside the turn, and if she could actually maintain a countered relationship while balancing on the inside ski, but it's going to bring her, she's going to have to make a turn, almost like a white pass turn. She's going to have to make a turn on that ski. I'm not saying it well. Sorry. I can't, I don't have my IDP in front of me.
That's all right.
Room.
Not a problem.
But what I want to do is have her, I would deconstruct it and have her go across the hill on one inside ski at a time, but getting her body facing the right direction so she can't park and ride it across.
Yeah, we want to add leg rotation, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that would help that.
Okay, I'm not understanding if we're having her be more on the inside ski. How does that help her be more on the outside ski?
Why are you speaking? Stop talking. Here are reverse javelins. And the key is, these are not great reverse javelins. I hate these ones. Because what they do, they're showing inside leg rotate. This guy, however,
that's the one
doing really nice.
So see what that's going to do? That's going to correct her hip position.
So she cannot see how the body's pointed more inside the ski turn now?
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rebecca, my
javelin
description sucked.
Huh?
My description sucked, but this is exactly what I was trying to say.
Yeah, so what you're doing is you're lifting up the inside ski.
No, the outside
you're
ski.
You're aligning the inside ski, or just letting it align to the direction that your body is pointed. That's where you get this kind of reverse javelin. He's adding a little bit. I've been having a debate for a while about how much we're supposed to do, because when I lift up my inside leg, I don't quite get that much. You actually have to twist the lower leg to get that much. And I think that's contrived, but apparently I might be on my own. But congratulations me, right?
But he's lifting the inside ski, not the outside.
I'm sorry, he's lifting the inside ski, yes. And then he's lifting it up, and then he's aligning it to the direction that his body is pointed. The upper body is pointed. So it's now aligned to the upper body, not the lower body.
So
Or
line
wait, wait,
See, he's
wait.
pointed in one
this
direction,
way.
the body's pointed the other.
To the
He's
apex.
lifting the outside ski, not the inside ski.
He's lifting the new inside ski.
Oh, okay.
There.
And it
And the
points towards
idea
the
is that as you turn, it aligns. Your inside ski now aligns to the new outside ski.
Hmm.
And then you put it down. Well, he's doing like almost a reverse javelin to a javelin,
Mm-hmm.
which is fine. And then he puts it down and he lifts up the new one. See how instantly, because he never loses that counter. This is the brilliance of it. He never loses his counter. The line is pointed to the inside of the turn. As he lifts, it aligns to his upper body. And then all he has to do is an outside ski turn where he tips in and the both skis align back up to each other again.
You know, Chuck, we did a clinic at Loveland with Charlie MacArthur
Yeah,
and tried these. And if you watch the inside pole, Charlie said you have to drag that inside pole to help that ski come around.
you don't have to.
That's what he was saying.
I just highly recommend it.
Okay. He said to help rotate around, that inside pole has to drag to help you with that,
It
or with
does.
the sort of an angular momentum.
Yeah, these are terrible. I hate these. I
So
can't remember who did these, but this guy is like brilliant, right?
it's brilliant. Yeah.
That is literally the javelin turn. Now you can see the zipper lines up with the toe.
The reverse javelin turn.
Yeah, it's a reverse javelin turn, but see how the toe lines up with the
Yeah.
zipper. And then he just allows him to come around and he creates some nice angles at the end of the turn, right? This is one of the things I didn't talk about very much last week. I love how the angulation is being built throughout the turn. And then when he lifts up again, his body is pointed to the inside of the turn. This is where I consider it contrived because the toe is no longer aligned with the zipper again. But what he's doing is he's using that lower leg to twist to get that javelin feeling. Then he aligns. That's more aligned.
Could you show us a regular javelin turn so we could maybe
Sure.
compare the difference? Thank you.
Yeah. So a regular javelin turn is where you lift up the inside leg at apex, at apex, and then you turn the outside ski underneath the inside ski. Javelin turns. Bam. All right. And here, of course, is Jonathan doing javelin turns. See how the outside ski is now turning underneath the inside ski? And what that's doing is showing that he is creating counter and maintaining counter through the end of the turn. So he's not losing his counter. These are awful. But they also show, because this person, whoever this is squaring up at the end of the turn. It drives me nuts. But Jonathan does it correctly. But Jonathan's also a freak. So I really wish we could get this guy to show the javelin turn because he does such a beautiful job of showing the reverse javelin. Maybe we can catch him doing it here because he doesn't do it on this one. But the other ones, he does a couple of turns where he actually, see, that's almost like a revert. That's like a javelin there. See how the tips are on top of each other? So he actually rotates the outside ski underneath the inside ski a little bit at the end of the turn, even though he didn't need to, right? And then he picks up and then he starts the reverse javelin. So if we went back to Paige and we asked her to do the reverse javelin at the top of the turn,
She'd have to right there,
She wouldn't square up like she is now,
right. She'd
right?
have to pick up the foot, the outside foot right there, and it
Right.
would change her whole body dynamic.
It
Mhm.
would. How do you think that would notice when he's doing these javelin turns? How flexed is he? I mean, how
Not
flexed is he?
very.
Huh?
He's not bent flex at the waist.
Yeah.
He's got more balanced ankle, knee, and hip flexion.
And this is my personal opinion. She's overflexed.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, but she's
this is Chuck
overflexed at
Jung's
the knee.
personal opinion.
She's overflexed at the knees.
She's overflexed at the knees and the waist because she's got to get her chin in front of her boots, right?
But her
So
ankles
she
are
just
kind of
flexed at the
open.
knees and she would be way back. But she is flexed, she's overflexed in a position where she can't readily move. So when she gets to this position here and she loses a ski, right there, she doesn't have the ability to recover very well.
Mhm.
Because look how much that knee tucks up underneath her. She didn't give herself a range of motion. I think she's overflexed. I
I'll
would
bet.
like to see her in that position.
I'll bet the reverse javelin would get her more upright.
It would make her more upright. And so here's the key that I found with the reverse javelin too, is that in order to execute it the way that this guy is doing it, you literally have to, let's go back up to this guy because these are awful. I can't stand them. Blah. Sorry, Jennifer, but you're not very good at them. Where's he at? There he is. All right, this guy. When he is in this position here, when he starts the javelin turn there, in order for you to do this and execute it, notice that the ski has not released. He is on the pinky toe side of the uphill ski.
Mm.
Yep.
You have to actually lean into the hill to get grip on that ski so that before you start doing it, you can do all the twisting parts, right? Lifting up and aligning your ski. If you try to do it before, the skis go like this. They want to meet in the middle. So if you have to align yourself up first at the top of the turn and get that ski moving across as you lift up the inside ski, and which means you almost have to lean uphill, be aligned uphill on the pinky toe side. So when you do release, you're already in a javelin position. It makes it really, it's a weird place to be.
That's why he's dragging that inside pull to help him with that.
Oh, dude, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
It's also
Otherwise, you're trying to balance on one ski and one
Right.
edge and in a contrived position, and your
Yeah.
sense of proprioception and kinesthetics kind of disappears. You need that extra extra third
Stabilization.
leg, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's also a good exercise to go from that pinky toe side through the roll of the foot to the big toe side.
I think
So-
if you're going for your level 3, I would highly encourage you to do javelin turns, reverse javelins, to get that feeling because you have to stay on the pinky toe side in order to get the leg to come up. It really, really promotes that.
Mm.
That's a
Oh,
But
good
I meant in general, like
Yeah.
to get earlier edge engagement,
Yeah.
higher in the turn, it's a good
Yeah.
drill to focus
Yeah.
on that piece.
Yes.
that's a
Yes.
good looking ski path behind him too.
Yeah.
Nice smeared turn, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
I don't see a lot of carving going on there.
Mm-mm.
Guess what? That makes it extra hard. It makes it a lot more difficult to try to be smearing outside ski turns. See how he gets on that early when he's up here? See, you can see actually underneath the base. He actually has to lean uphill to pick up the inside ski and get it aligned. See, you can see how much he's doing it, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
That for me is the key to doing reverse javelins because as soon as you get to a flat and you lift up the inside ski and you try to twist it, the outside ski wants to twist with it. and you lose the javelin. So I think it would be really, really, really good for Paige here, A, to feel how her body has to be pointed more down the hill to allow her to align, and B, give her that pinky toe platform, that she needs to have. And also, she's got to stand up more instead of being so overly flexed. Common problem with L3 candidates. I was guilty of this for at least a year of being overflexed in the bumps. Because they're always telling you, get more forward, get more forward. So I always got more forward. Guess what? I was more forward. But if a bump came up and was a little bigger than I anticipated, I got bucked because I had no range of motion left, which is what happens to her. Questions? Oh, we got 13 people. Somebody else
I
join
got a
us?
question for you.
Yeah. Go ahead, Todd.
As she's going across the hill making these turns, if she was to, I don't know, slow down or finish the turn a little sooner, would that improve herself, or would she still be in the same boat?
Remember, this is a pretty high level candidate.
Yeah.
I don't think that would really change much.
Okay.
She would just do it a little bit differently. Well, not differently, but she would just change the dirt to accomplish the task. What I want her to do is I want to see leg rotation. I don't see any leg rotation. I'm with Laura. I don't see it all happening at all. I see upper body rotation throughout the turn. But she has to because she's in a park and ride situation.
When we say hip dump, is that the same as when we're turning our spine instead of letting our whole upper body work, more as a
Yeah. So what happens in a hip dump is that we're square at the top of the turn, right? So let's get her at the top of the turn.
Okay.
So here we are. That's pretty square, isn't it?
Yep.
Very square.
Yep.
My God, her shoulders are exactly aligned with her knees, right? So what happens in the hip dump is as we tip in, as we allow the inclination to happen, our upper body rotates on top of our femurs. So we're square at the top of the turn. As we incline in, the body rotates out as the skis move in. Does that make sense? I got my fists here. Everybody see that? Might be better if I have more lines. Sorry, I got dark company. Right? And this is a situation where the legs are not rotating underneath the body is rotating on top of the legs. So she's square here. As she tips in, the upper body rotates against the lower body. And then she's in a position now where the only way that she can get more edge is to dump in more, or she's in a compromised position because she's used up her ability to rotate her legs. And the fact that she's so overflexed in the waist, I don't know how she could rotate her legs anyway. But she's rotating over the top of her legs instead of having her legs rotate underneath her.
Is that where the counterfeit counter comes in?
It's why we call it counterfeit counter. Yeah.
I was almost going to say, does she end up in almost a place of counter rotation, which I know is different than counter?
It's not really counter rotation because counter rotation means the body goes really quickly one way and the other lower body goes in the opposite direction. Right. This is counter rotation.
Right. She's taking her body too far.
Yeah.
Outside of the turn, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Her body moves. Yeah, exactly. Because when she gets to this position, you can actually see it. See how she tips? And now the upper body's rotating outside the turn. And guess what? It feels awesome. You feel like you're in a very strong position. You're braced against that outside leg. That outside leg is not moving, right? Feels great. You feel like you're in a race turn.
You know, I was actually going to ask about that. I feel like that the reason she's too flexed is she's sort of emulating the carvers who are able to basically drag their butt on the ground,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
she's not really doing that. Like she has
No.
too much body flex for how fast she's actually going and the
Yes.
conditions.
And you kind of called it out. I mean, because she has so much hip flex, it
Yeah.
really makes it hard for her to turn her legs. She just can't do it.
Yeah.
And then she dumps in, and now it's all gone. There's just no way. So we're
Okay.
watching a very sophisticated skier. She's a good skier, and this is not what I would consider like a traditional hip dump, which is way more rotated, upper body rotated against the lower body, but it's still the same idea.
Mm.
And because she kind of gets bucked around a little bit, it's because she's A, overflexed, and B, kind of in that stuck position. It makes it hard for her to, kind of manage some of the forces that are happening. Excuse me. Anybody got any questions on this?
That was
Does this
helpful. Thanks for doing
this
that.
all make yeah, does this all make sense?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So from an MA standpoint, what I'm looking at as a skier is coming down like some broken snow, probably on a blue level, maybe blue black. It's kind of hard to tell. Doing some medium radius to like wide radius turns. And I'm looking at a rotational piece and an edging piece. And what I'm noticing is that the skier is coming down and his primary edging is coming from a inclination and not really from an angulation. As a matter of fact, I don't really see a whole lot of angulation throughout the turn. It's all
Mhm.
kind of like an incline movement, mostly because there's not much upper and lower body separation laterally that allows her to do that. Because she's rotated against the outside ski, it doesn't allow her to kind of like rotate the femurs into more of a angular position. From a rotational standpoint, this skier is using some upper body rotation to start the turn and then uses ski performance to allow her to continue throughout the turn. It's a pretty high level ski performance. She gets the skis pretty much on edge, which really, really helps her rotate through the turn. But at no point in time could I look at her and say that there is lower leg rotation that is happening in the in the hip socket. It is definitely where the upper body is rotating against the lower body and not the lower body rotating against the upper body. Ideally, what I'd like to see is a skier adopt more upper and lower body rotational separation, where the upper body is pointed more to the inside of the turn throughout the turn. And I'd like to see her a little bit less flexed because that really compromises her ability to rotate her legs. If she could be a little bit more unflexed and had the ability to maintain the upper body stability with where it's turning less than the legs, I think that would allow her to A, pressure the outside ski, B, really do a nice job of edging through both inclination and angulation, allow her to do that, and give her the added ability to rotate her legs throughout the turn. And the big feature that I'm really looking at is because this is broken snow and there's a lot of kind of unknown features in here, being able to manage that pressure throughout the turn really is dictated by her ability to be less flexed and out of that kind of rotated to the outside of position. And the task I'd like to use for her is javelin turns, reverse javelin turns, to allow her to have her upper body more rotated to the inside of the turn and allow her to rotate her legs underneath her and maintain that countered position throughout the turn. How's that for an MA?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very clear and concise.
Yeah.
Cool. Trying to get them underneath a minute. They're going to want me to do it in less than a minute. So you're going to hear a lot more of these throughout the year because this next year I got to get it all done. So, all right, you guys want to see another skier?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, cool. High
That
level or low level?
low
Lower
Low
level.
level.
bumps or no bumps? I got
Bumps.
bumps. All right, cool. High level bumps. All right, we got Mac here.
Oh,
Mac is doing a shoot. Mac's a pretty good skier.
Yeah.
That's not fair. Matt got snow this season and we didn't.
This is last year, I think.
Dude, no, 3 years ago. Well, there
3 years
was
ago. Yeah, that was one of the great years.
no, but this isn't Winter Park, is it?
No, these are from these are Steamboat.
Mm.
This is
Oh,
this is part of those what do they call those?
sh-
The
uh,
chutes over there.
that's shoot one, I
Chute
think.
one, yeah, the numbered chutes. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 75 feet or 75 yards of sheer fun.
That's pretty amazing because that top of that chute has really got, even with good snow, has got rocks showing.
Oh, it's got rocks showing all year long, all
Yeah,
time.
but there's a lot of coverage there for the shoot one.
Yeah, even he still had to jump.
Yeah.
He had to jump off that one ledge.
Hmm.
And then it's over, right? And then it's like, okay, well, that was done. And they're like, this is their steep stuff. I'm like, really? All right, cool.
Yeah, he saved some skis there for a short bit.
Exactly. Exactly. Saving his skis. All right,
God,
cool.
that's
Anybody want to talk
great.
about Mac? What are some things that are standing out? And
He's,
remember, this is pretty good skiing.
Yeah, he's really
yeah.
good. He's got leg rotation.
So
mean,
what you're
his
saying is this is too much, or do you want to?
no, I mean, I think that
No,
for those really steep bumps, he
Because I
is.
got one here that's like a little bit lower level.
Oh,
better.
Oh, no, no, no. This is the wrong one. Hold on. No, it was the right one. Is this the right one? I don't think this is the one I had. No, it was Sarah here. All right, here's Sarah. So what do we got? Mac and we got Sarah.
well,
Maybe we
Max,
have Mac and Sarah in the same lesson.
I mean, the top of shoot one is about as steep as it gets at Steamboat.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. I get
Sounds
it.
like mac and cheese.
The mac and cheese, exactly.
Uh,
This is pretty good skiing too.
yeah.
And look at the coverage, man. I don't see any lettuce, no trees, no
I
rocks.
I noticed that Mac kept the tips down and upper body was pretty much down the fall line the
Mhm.
Yeah.
whole time and just good upper lower body separation and
Yep.
yeah, it's hard to pick anything that he needs to work on.
That's pretty damn good skiing on shoot one.
It is. It is. It's really good skiing. And when we're looking at somebody who's like this we're really picking out dirt. Like how can we modify the dirt? This is good skiing.
Yeah.
why?
Is there like more of a blocking pole plant to control speed?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's not
So,
really to control speed. A blocking pole plant I mean, if
Either
we tried to
stop
slow ourselves
rotation.
down with it either is used as start or stop rotation.
Okay.
In his
So
case, now you're getting warmer.
I think it's going to be the stop rotation.
Okay.
Um, at least to help change direction.
It's going to help him change direction. So is that stopping rotation or starting
That
rotation?
would be starting rotation.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. So if he's
And
using it to start rotation, then how is that how is that a dirt thing?
Well, it's because he needs to start the rotation somehow. And
Hmm.
remember, the situation is kind of dictating it, right? So he gets up to the stop part. We'll just kind of quickly move through this. So he gets to the stop part up here, and there's the first blocking pole plant, right? And his skis are going across the block,
Hmm.
and he's got to get the skis to go the other direction, right? And he's not going to be able to do it through a tipping rotational sequence. So this is where he is using the blocking pole plant to start rotation. See how that worked there? This is there's a guy at Winter Park who drives me crazy. He teaches this opening the door movement to doing bumps. And what you reach out, you put your pole down on the ground, and you ski around your pole. Drives
Mm.
me nuts. It's like, my God, what are you doing? Now I got to go fix that, right?
Is that something like bracage or what do they call that? It's
Yeah, it's kind of like a bracage, except bracage is about stopping rotation, right? This is about creating rotation because here it is again. He's going to use the pole plant and watch it pull him back. There goes the hand so that he can rotate around it.
he is opening the door.
He's opening the
Yeah,
door.
you can see
Yeah.
him.
And
But
here's another one, right? Bam.
but
There
is
it goes.
this
See how it goes? It pushes him backwards and up. And then the skis rotate around.
He's pole vaulting on his arm.
Yeah, literally.
think he's trying to check his speed though. That is very steep at the top.
Oh, yeah. And he's hopping off of this one because there's that ridge. You see the ridge of rock there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to Steamboat.
Yeah.
That's how Steamboat leaves its mark, right? It's pretty
Yeah.
freaking good skiing. And don't get me wrong. But ideally, I'd rather him using the blocking pole plant as a method of stopping rotation and not starting rotation. Because here's another one.
Mm.
Goes up and then creates it. Now, there might be some folks that are like, well, this is situational. He has to do that. Another thing I'd like to see him do more of is shaping the top of the turn
Right.
because
I
everything
noticed that.
seems to be landing at the end of the turn, right? So there's some opportunity here where we can make it a more of a C-shaped turn instead of more of a comma-shaped turn
Mm.
at the end of the turn because he's not really engaged there, not really engaged there. And then all of a sudden it's like, bam, there it is, all of a sudden
Right.
at the
He's
end.
not extending. You can see his knees are not extending much at the
Right,
start of the turn. Like he's not pushing his skis down to make contact with the snow at the
right.
first half of the turn above the fall line.
So here's the perfect blocking pole plant used to start the rotation,
Mm.
right? But these are essentially hop turns,
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
right? He's executing a series of hop turns. So it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of situational. My argument is that I think he could probably have shaped the turns a little bit more, which allowed him to have better speed control.
Mm-hmm.
So not everything is happening at the end of the turn. And he wouldn't need all that blocking pole plant.
Mm.
And then others in our group thought I was full of it. So,
Well, that's 1980 style skiing, isn't it?
Oh yeah, when we had the long ass skis, we had no choice. We had to go up and around,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right? And Mac is he looks like he's an older gentleman of a certain age, and And that might be what he used to do.
Hmm.
Gumby, you
Yeah.
said some people in your group, I assume you mean your RMT group, said that
We are not,
that was.
let's put it this way. We're not always aligned.
I know, but so they're saying, I mean, he's clearly using blocking pole plants. He's
Yeah,
definitely opening the door.
right.
What were they saying would be better?
Well, they weren't saying anything was better. They were talking about the timing of maybe the pole plants versus the turn. I was like, what are you talking about? These are all blocking pole plants that start rotation.
Right.
All the things that we don't want people to do because essentially we're in the air half the time. I want the skis to be more on the snow and then use the pole plant as a timing to get get the rotation happen. They're like, well, it's deeper snow. It's like blah blah blah. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. We're looking for more ideal. This is what I'm interested in.
Hmm.
So you wanted to see him do more C-shaped turns
I
around
want to see a little bit more C-shaped turns, yes. Because he
rather
does a better
than,
job down here at the bottom, right? It's like, why couldn't we do that at the top?
Because the top is
it's not
freakishly
quite.
steep.
I've skied that a number of times. That is
Yeah.
really steep at the top.
So,
And
And
hop turns get it done when it's that
yeah,
steep. And this guy's got
I
a
think
good.
that I think the hop turns were overkill. I really do. My personal opinion is that we could have used maybe 2 hop turns at the top to negotiate the rock face there, but he didn't need to do it at the top of this. He didn't need to do it first 3 or 4 turns, and he certainly didn't need to do it now. It's over the top. So,
there's also some really big moguls up there when he takes the air.
yeah, yeah, I get it. Looks like nice deep snow.
Yeah,
Great snow to fall in.
yeah. Yeah. Huh.
All right, cool. Let's speed up on Sarah a little bit. And remember, I have the advantage, and Dion and I both. I mean, that's why I invited Dion with this group, is because I really respect what Dion has to say. But when she's not there, and this is between you and me and the fence post, when she's not there, things go off the rails pretty quickly in that group, and I'm not always like aligned with what they're saying.
Hmm.
All right, what are we seeing in this gear?
A-framing.
A-frame. Well, great. What does that mean?
Well, doesn't it mean that outside ski gets pushed away from her some?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Is that
Oh,
situational
it
or is that
also
on
means
every turn?
if you're A-framed, your edge angles don't match.
Yep. Shin
Okay.
angles don't match.
But she's in the bump, so that's variable. So wouldn't that be okay?
Mhm.
Yes. That's the question I asked. Is it situational or is it happening in every turn? I don't see it happening in every turn.
Mm-mm. No. I'm not sure that her tips are being driven down as much
Cool.
as they should be. I think she might be a little far back
Yeah.
and pushing. Actually, this is a question I have. Maybe I can just ask this now because I've been thinking about this all day, which makes me sound like a nerd. Or actually no longer than all day since I taught my last class
No,
on
that means
Thursday.
you're part of the Winter Park staff now.
So yeah, I've
You're
been
not
thinking
thinking about skiing 24/7. There's something wrong with you.
so
I'm giving you a break between April the 15th and June 1st. How about that?
excellent. Okay. So I know here, I'm sitting still now.
Uh-huh.
So I know that we talk a lot about that when our skis, where the ski is light, it turns fastest. And I understand that. So
Yes.
that
Yes.
if I'm too far forward, it could be the tails wash out.
Sure.
But isn't it also true that you can weight your tails and push them away from you so that you're turning from the tails and you're not
You
that
so like in, for instance, a dig me turn, right?
sure like as or sort of where so I taught a young man
Uh-huh.
and that it was like every turn was a hockey stop.
Right. Oh
And
yeah.
and
Yeah.
when he finished each turn, he was way too far back. I mean, he was practically
Mhm.
sitting, and then he really had to start over again. And this system worked very well for him as long as we were on really easy blues. But
Yeah.
when we got up to Pano, we're doing the face underneath the chair where it really does get kind of steep in there. It wasn't working for him at all.
Yeah.
And so that's not that you're too far forward, it's that you're on your tails and you're pushing them away, isn't it? And that's a little bit what I'm seeing here is that she's doing these bumps and her tails get pushed out to the side and her tips are a little too far up in the air. So I would say I want to see her being able to drive her tips down more.
Yeah. What's that gonna, okay. So you got a two-part question there.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. So my question is can't we be on our tails and be pushing them away from us, and then our tails are spinning faster?
So there is this thing that Isaac Newton talked about. Once something is in motion, it stays in motion, right? Unless it's
Okay.
acted upon.
Mhm.
When the skis start to rotate, they continue to rotate until we force them to stop. Once the skis start moving, they will continue to move until we get them to stop. So
Okay.
there is probably for your skier, he's probably using an extension movement so he can move the skis and get them moving. And then he weights them, but they're still going to move. So he's doing the window wiper thing. Is that what you're
Yeah.
referring to? Yeah. So
Yeah.
he's using a light spot. He's lightening them up. He's probably doing like a little jam to lighten the skis to get them moving. And then he weights them again on the other side. So that's probably what you're seeing. And that's pretty similar to what we're watching here.
That's why I thought of this question. I was like, oh, I wanted to ask this question. And now I feel like I'm seeing that in her. And also, this is a little bit the skier I had to do for my MA for my level two.
Mhm.
Really, I mean, his tails just went whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And I didn't explain it well at all. And I've been focused on like what was really going on.
Yeah.
And I think it was what you're saying is it was lightening them, letting them move, and then sort of landing on them to stop
Yeah.
them.
Yep. Yep. Does not mean that they don't stop moving. Just because
But
we weight them doesn't make them stop moving. Or in
but
fact, in
this
a ways, they will probably slow down a little bit, but they will probably continue to move. I know it's irritating. Right? So yeah, I think you picked out the one piece here from Sarah that I would like to see improve. Is how she moves along the length of the ski. I think all in all, it's pretty good skiing, except those tips move up, and then it ends up being a series of kind of heel slides.
But then she's also, couldn't she use a little bit increased upper body, lower body separation right there?
Sure, sure. She's
Because
kind of limiting that, right?
she's using a compensatory move by with the outside ski because she's not bringing the inside ski around simultaneously with it.
Right, exactly. She's still riding inside ski to inside ski for the most of these turns. She's just pretty good at it. But if we could get her to be more tip forward or get those feet underneath her a little bit more, that would allow the tips to move down and make her get a little bit earlier grip So not all the grip is happening at the end of the turn
Mhm.
where she's pushing against the bump.
And if she was tip, like Laura was saying, if she could tip her skis over the top down, she'd be in a position to kick her feet back,
Yep.
to pull her feet back underneath her, which would then help control her speed and her turn shape.
Yeah. This is pretty level 2, right?
Hmm.
Appropriate pull touches.
Mm,
It's not really getting a blocking pull plant, more of a touch,
mhm.
right? I mean, it's kind of pulling her arm back a little bit, but she's kind of limiting it. It's not pulling her shoulders back. But it's definitely keeping her a little bit back at the end of
But
each turn.
she does have that opening the door that you can see.
Yeah, but
A
it's
little bit. It's not as much, but it's
it's
just a
it's
little.
not making her turn like
Mm,
the other guy, right?
mhm,
Who was combining an extension with a not blocking pull plant and then
mhm,
starting the rotation. Her arm's moving, but it's not jerking her shoulder around.
mhm.
I would probably change where the pull plan is. I'd make it a little bit later. I think it's too early. Or on the back side of the bump. But I think you hit it on the nose, Laura. I think I'd like to see her more forward. More forward being the feet more underneath her.
Right. Well, I think like if Jen Metz was looking at her, she would say that she wants her to use the sides of the bump, the ski the banana
Yep.
for her speed control
Mm-hmm.
instead of using that.
Window
You said
wiper.
it, the windshield wiper, the
Yeah.
kicking the tails around for her speed control.
What are you talking about? That's what Ryder tells us to do.
What?
Hit the bump harder.
Oh,
Don't be such a wussy and hit the bump harder. I was like, no,
well,
man, I'm old. I don't want to do that.
Jen Metz would say use the banana to slow
Yeah,
down
yeah.
instead
He
of
thinks that's cheating.
she's got a little braking going on.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, cool. Any last questions from tonight? Was this useful?
No,
This
it
was
always is.
yeah, this was great though. This was actually a really good session.
Good, good, good. I'm glad somebody got everything out of it or something out of it. Because now you're going to have to tell me, what'd you get out of this, Laura?
Well, what I got out of it is I actually feel good today about my ability to see something. I felt like I saw something in both in Paige and in Sarah. I can't say I saw much in Matt because I was really impressed with how he was skiing that
It's
chute.
pretty good skiing, right? I mean,
That's really good
I'm gonna
skiing,
I'm
though.
gonna forgive him his blocking pole plant. So
when I'm looking at this guy, I'm like, yeah, hey, let's shape the top of the turn a little bit more. He might look at me and go, "You're full of it. I don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking about."
yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, he
This
would, yeah.
that's
That's
really
a,
good skiing.
yeah, and
I'm
it's a chute. It's not that wide.
it's wider than it looks.
As you get more to the bottom at the very
Hmm.
top, it's not.
But he's doing it at speed. That's
Yeah.
pretty good skiing. I can't really argue with it too much, right? I mean,
Yeah.
what as RMT trainers, we have to pick something,
Mm.
right? So we have to look at, and I'm just looking at the timing and the blocking pole plan, saying that's a whole lot of upper body rotation to get around.
It'd be interesting for you to pull up a video of Jean-Claude Killy and have you do the MA on him.
We could. I mean, the good thing is, when I look at this skier, when I see Mac going down, I go, he's rotating his legs. There's a great deal of upper lower body separation. He's
Yeah.
using his poles appropriately, and there's a combination of both blocking pole plants and pole touches. I just think it's sometimes at the top of the turn, he's a little bit quick, and the blocking pole plant is dragging him back.
Hmm.
I just knowing how steep that is, I'm just really impressed how he is keeping his body down the hill. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
she said
Yeah.
about the separation, but I mean,
Yeah.
his shoulders are just down the hill, and that is
Mhm.
just not that I can just say that is nothing how I would look if I were skiing.
You'd probably get to this spot right here to be like, nope,
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm
And
stopping right there. But he
that
keeps
is
on
as
going,
steep
right?
as it gets at
Mhm.
Steamboat.
I mean, if you think about it, he just jumped 6 feet down too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he was trying to avoid that rock ledge. That's a 6 foot drop that he just
Yeah.
did. And he pulled the skis up and he executed it well. And he got the skis back down and he shaped that turn.
Yeah.
And that is pretty freaking good, right?
So you wanted to see his pole plant out a little more in front of him and
A little bit
C-shape
more
the
in front
turn?
of him and a little less dragging him back. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's just me. But yeah. All
Hmm.
right.
Okay.
Damon, what'd you get out tonight?
I really liked looking at Paige, and
Paige,
because the
yeah.
more we dissected her, the more I really began to understand what I was looking at there.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Ralph, did you get anything good out of this tonight?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, same thing with Paige. We spent a lot of time talking about the reverse javelin,
Yeah.
thinking about, well, how can I put all of these different drills to figure out what problem they're trying to solve. So it's just been kind of scrolling around in my mind. I need to get a really compendium of all the drills just to
Well,
think
that's what we
about.
call the IDP. So look for the IDP. Now, the IDP is going away this year, and it's a Rocky Mountain thing. But the great thing about the IDP is it has a lot of these drills already in it.
Does it really?
Yeah, it has them all in it.
It's
It has a
Rocky. Is it,
the body piece and the ski performance that we're looking for, and some tactics, like
yeah.
occasional tactics. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and just drop it in.
Okay, perfect. I
Drop
was
it in
about to
the
say, is
chat.
it publicly
Now,
available on a PSIA website? But it's Rocky Mountain.
it's on the PSI Rocky Mountain website. But it's not necessarily, like I said, it's disappearing after this year
Why?
because of alignment. Alignment.
Okay, I see it.
So they're not going to call it the IDP?
They're not going to call it the IDP. They're going to call it they call them assessment activities. And I don't know how they're going to, I'm interested to see what happens next year, how they're going to change those.
Hmm.
So,
I
all right,
I just
cool.
thank you. I
Jerry,
just
what
pulled
did
it
you get
up.
out tonight?
This one, the most breaking it up to, um, see what's going on and a way to get her less flexed was the javelin,
Yeah,
reverse
cool.
javelin turn, which was a good pickup on that one.
Yeah, cool. Ursula, what'd you get out tonight? If you care to share. Nope, that's fine. G, what about you?
Oh, yeah. Also, I think I get learn a lot from javelin turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also when my ski, when I ski, also I think I not bend, I not over bend, but I less bend. But yeah, when I
Yeah.
bend, I bend too much on my hip. So
Yep.
this, yeah, and I bend less on my ankle and on my knee. So this a problem. I need to bend more, but bend less on my hip.
Yeah,
Should
cool.
be parallel on my core and also my knee. I need to practice more here. So that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I know my problem, but for easy to talk, not easy to practice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And all we need is snow to practice on. So,
yeah. That's what I went to Afton as on that weekend we together for the training, And also next week, 2 weeks later, I went there to practice more with my friend,
Right.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
So I think I get improved for my parallel ski. Right now I can parallel ski very well. Yeah.
Good.
So that's good.
Good.
I do
Good.
the patient turn and garland and also side slip. Yeah. And so now I get improved. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. And
Excellent. Good.
also the javelin turn. Yeah. Javelin turn. Yeah.
All right. Well, cool.
Yeah.
Good. I'm
Yeah.
glad everybody got something out of tonight. Everybody kind of bailed. We only got the 6 of us left. So, hey, we'll see you guys next week. And
See you. Thank you.
Are you going to do it over Easter? Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, we will not have one next week. Thank you for reminding me. No, I don't do Easter. So, yeah, those will be in 2 weeks.
Okay.
2 weeks, like right before, yeah, right before National Academy.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Chuck.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
reminding
Thank
me.
you so much. Appreciate
All
it.
right.
Thank
All
you.
right. You guys have a great night.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Bye.
Bye.